What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for jumping into another video. It is Sunday night, July 6th. The market is back open for the overnight, or we like to say the post or the pre, depending on how you look at it. If it was a Friday, this would be post-market time into overnight. Right now, being that it's Sunday night, it's pre-market overnight and into the pre-market morning, 4 a.m. But any way you look at it, we are live and running right now. First, let me just throw out there, guys, thank you so much. If you are new to the channel and you subscribed over the weekend, thank you so much for being a member, becoming a subscriber. Thanks for jumping into the videos. Do me a favor, guys, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Some of the content that I'm putting out more recently has to do specifically with some of the best stocks as far as long-term investment, and even the ones that are best day trade stocks, which is where I lived. I love to be in and out of the best day trade stocks. I also update about every week or so the list of best day trade stocks based on trend, based on what I'm seeing in the volume, based on what I'm seeing in volatility. So continue to watch the videos as they come up to learn of the stocks that I am personally getting in and out of to make money each day. As a retail day trader, my goal is to make at least $100 on each stock that I trade daily. And I usually get into about 2 or 3 stocks per day. And fortunately, based on my understanding of support and resistance levels and understanding the candlestick patterns, I'm able to benefit from a lot more than $100 per stock per trade. And I want you guys to learn and see how to do that as well. So continue to see and watch these videos as they come out. First and foremost, guys, the S&P 500. So the big, wonderful, beautiful, fabulous, amazing, whatever you want to call it, bill passed, okay? It is now signed into law. President Trump signed the executive order that actually puts it into law. And so now all of what comes with that package is in effect. Whether we like it all or like none of it, doesn't matter, because we're going to live with this big, beautiful bill for the period of time that it's there. There are some benefits to it. For my end, my son is a firefighter paramedic. So for the next few years, even though there's a cap on how much he can earn in overtime and then it stops, he can still collect overtime without being taxed, which is great for him and his wife, especially being a younger new family and their 2-year-old daughter. So I'm happy about that. And there's several other components of it that I think are good. And then there's several components on it that, hey, you know what? I'm not so sure, so great, but time will tell. With that, we didn't know what was going to happen with the market. We didn't know if the market was going to open up, going up, or if the market was going to go down. But we knew that there was going to be some sort of a gap, okay, where we now have a gap to fill. And the market did drop. The S&P 500 closed on, let's see, it was Thursday afternoon, closed at $625.34. And it gapped down. It actually, when the market opened up tonight, it went to $623.50, so about a $2 share difference. And then it spent some time dropping down, running down. It got as low as, let's see this right here, 622.53. And then it started working its way back up. And right now it is sitting at 622.68. So what this tells me is that the S&P 500 itself and the rest of the market that travels along with it, the ones that I love to trade, NVIDIA, APLD, okay, Meta, the Magnificent Seven, those are all potentially going to be down. Now, some of them are 24-hour stocks, so you can kind of see what's happening with them, and some are gapping down, and some of them are holding. Palantir, BBAI, those more defense stocks actually are taking a nice horizontal hold. So we'll see what happens in the morning. The market sentiment is that when we hit market open tomorrow morning, that potentially this overnight correction is going to reverse and things are going to start on the uptrend. But we just don't know. And honestly, guys, you don't know what the news is going to bring in the morning. It's been kind of quiet through the holiday, which has been kind of nice. But it's also a little bit scary coming off of basically a 3.5 day off with the market closed, to see what type of orders have been placed. What are the hedge funds going to do? What are the institutional investors going to do that basically could cause the market to either jump back up or jump down more. So we're going to have to wait to see what happens in the morning. But I'm going to run through with you guys real quick the average Joe best day trade stocks. Let me just kind of show you what's going on right now. Ford is a 24-hour stock, closed $11.81, sitting at $11.85. So it's got a little bit of an up run. You can see when the market actually opened up tonight at about 8:15, and I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, there was a candle when the market opened at 8 p.m. that dropped all the way to $11.70, but went all the way to a high of $11.85. And then it kind of, leveled itself out. And now we're running sort of this horizontal, a little bit of up and down momentum, but a horizontal movement. And right now sitting at $11.85. So we'll see what happens. Guys, as I've shared with you, I've been really impressed with Ford lately. The last several trade days, as you can see, have been very strong up days. So keep that in mind. And the volatility on it is a slow mover. So there's the chance to watch it drop, get down into the low as a buy-in, not financial advice. But what I typically do with Ford, let it drop down, buy in, let it run up, buy when I feel it's at the top, and get out for another day. SoundHound is up right now, also a 24-hour stock, sitting at $11.16, closed at $11.09, was $11.08 in the post market. So not bad. SoundHound is a wonderful stock. I love to trade. GTX, this is basically a company that develops using AI technology turbochargers. I've talked about it in several of my other videos. Really good company, not too bad. I was considering pulling it off the list of best day trade stocks, but I still love to watch it. You can see it's got some good momentum some of the days. You have like when it opens, usually fires up. See how it kind of the day before it opened, it fired up. The day before it opened and fired up. So there's a nice trend there, but not sure tomorrow what it's going to do. And it's sitting even with $11. Serve Robotics, I absolutely love Serve Robotics. Had a very rough day Thursday morning. Nice day previous on the Wednesday, but we'll see what happens. It's running horizontal right now, sitting at $10.78, so about even flat where it closed. APLD, my favorite, my all-time favorite. Love this stock, love this company. I did a specific video on APLD. I probably need to do an update video on it since so much has changed, but APLD is still absolutely my favorite. Sitting at $10.23 right now. As long as it holds this above $10, then hopefully this week we see that continuation of the upward movement. But again, it was doing so well. A drop down and retest, a little room to breathe is not a bad thing. Like I've shared with you before, I've got about 1,000 shares at $11.17 in my long-term hold portfolio. I'm not touching that. I'm very excited. I know that's going to rocket to probably $15, $18, $20. So I'm staying in it. But for now, it is definitely the volatility game with basically an up and down between high to mid $9 to high mid $10. So we'll see what it does tomorrow morning. My guess is APLD is going to do a drop in the morning and then run up for the day. But we'll see what happens. BBAI is many of you here because you watched my video on BBAI. Thank you again for being here, guys. Shout outs to all of you. And I tried to answer as many comments as I could. And some of you have asked for some other videos. I'm going to be working on some of that content. But BBAI right now, guys, I want you to remember, this is one that has the potential based on understanding its relationship, how it works with Palantir, how it's a defense stock, how it just signed this new government contract with the Department of Defense for $2.4 billion over the next 10 years. Guys, I mean, like, come on. BBAI is going to be a rocket when it finally breaks through and it launches. This has got the potential to end up one day being $100 per share stock. You have to be patient. You have to wait. You have to watch. I day trade this. I do it every day. I love day trading it. I am going to watch and see what it does in the morning because it's sitting right now at 771, which is where it was in the aftermarket. But most likely I'm going to start to buy in a little bit at a little. I plan to purchase 100 shares depending on aftermarket when it opens. When I say aftermarket 9:30, I'm going to watch and see what it does first thing in the morning into the mid morning, and then most likely buy 100 shares and set and let it be, forget about it. And I may continue to add to it depending on if it drops, I'll buy the dip. and add another 25 or 50 shares. If it drops and goes into another dip, I'll buy another 25, 50 shares. That's typically how I, work into my average, into my positions. But I'm super excited about BBAI. Go watch that BBAI video, guys. I explain all about BBAI and why I believe, in my opinion, it's going to be a very, very good opportunity for us as traders. Okay, IAG is basically IAMGOLD. We'll see what happens. It's right now, it's not a 24-hour stock, so right now we don't know. It closed at 746. We'll see what it does in the morning. CX, Cemex Sab, Cement Company. They're the ones with the big trucks with the rolling cement mixers. Here in South Florida, where I live in Palm Beach, Florida. We have them all over the place. We even have some facilities where all they do is make cement, from the sand, the dirt, and everything they use to make the cement. And the trucks are constantly rolling in and out of there. It's a great company. They need cement for construction. It's not going anywhere. Solid, closed at 723, aftermarket 724. This one I could see tomorrow having some potential to run up. We'll see tomorrow. Wolf, WULF, wow, continues to blow my socks off, guys. I'm going to have to do a video on WULF to share a little bit more about this with you guys. TeraWulf, its connection with cryptocurrency. This is just a fantastic stock that's been doing really well. Broke above this $5 barrier. It's sitting, holding well. Right now it's at $5.25, so right about where it closed. We'll see what it does. But Wolf, WULF, and WOLF, Wolf used to be two of my favorite day trade stocks. WOLF filed for bankruptcy and basically took a dump and went all the way down. But it's had some really, really incredible movement. But again, not one that I'm considering. It's at $1 or less than $1 per share. But hey, guys, if you watch it, trend it, see how it's been doing over the last 30 days, it might be something you're interested in. It might be a quick opportunity to make 20, 30, 40 cents per share, get in and out. But you got to be careful because of the whole bankruptcy thing. It could drop down and never come back. SLDB, Solid Bioscience, another one that does very well in day trading. It's not a 24-hour stock, so sitting at 504. We'll see what that does. And Grab, which is this company I've been sharing with you guys. It's like the Korean Uber for food delivery and taxi service. It's been doing very well. It's been doing very well. So I've been keeping my eye on this one, and it does trade very well. You can see the pattern is not good. It doesn't have the type of trend that I like. I like a trend that I can almost dictate every day what it's going to do. APLD, I know without certainty most every day. When the market opens at 9:30, it's going to drop down. It's going to go down hard, and then it's going to continue to work its way back up towards where it started. And a lot of people, I've read a lot of comments from people saying in APLD, hey, like every day I buy in. What's going on with this thing? It keeps dropping down and then it comes back up and it keeps dropping down and goes, yeah, look at the trend. It does that every day. That's why it's an awesome day trade stock. And APLD one day, it will launch. It will get up there and it will be one that we all look back and say, dang, I'm so glad I was in that because I remember being in it at $4, $5, $6. So Grab is this Korean company. Guys, I'll throw up on the screen, but we have the average Joe new ones that I've been, analyzing and doing the research on for the last about week or so. I continue to run them for the length of until I say, hey, I don't think it's one I'm interested in, but here's the list: Oklo, OKLO, SMR. I'll just click through them as we go so you can see the charts. SMR, QUBT, and QBTS. And I think it was one of our new subscribers, maybe Marianne, that asked, hey, Josh, can you talk a little bit more about QUBT and QBTS? I'm going to. I've got a video in the works for that. Pony, which is Pony AI, not having the best overnight 24 hours. It's down to $12.69 right now. Dropped all the way to $12.60. Closed at $12.87. We'll see what this does in the morning. Already talked about EPLD. TMC, not a 24-hour stock, but sitting at 709. And then NVTS. I'm going to tell you guys right now, NVTS is one that I have become a very firm believer in. I like the company. I like what they're doing. And I like the way the stock trades. Just about every day, you get a run from about, the low sixes up to the high sixes, and you can make some money in it. But guys, do your homework, do your research, and take a look at NVTS. Real quick, the mid-priced ones, Ionic, IONQ, very nice, sitting horizontal right now. Listen, Rocket Labs, Guys, there is so much talk about Rocket Labs right now. I remember being in Rocket Labs when it was like 12 bucks and it went to 18 and I was like, woohoo, baby, I'm out of this thing. 18 bucks, I don't think I can do any better. And then it did dump for a while and now sitting at $36.72. But anyway, on the daily, this is like an all-time new time high for them right now at, all the way up to $38.26 and sitting at $35.79 right now. Great opportunity for this stock. Keep an eye on it. And CCL Carnival also doing pretty well. Let me get off the day so you guys can get back to the 15 minutes. I like that better. And you can see had a good run the last several days. It's on a bit of a drop down now, but it is sitting at $29.73. Let me go back to you that Rocket Lab total, $36.72. And INTC Intel Corp sitting at $22.30, closed at $22.43. So some great opportunities there. Anyway, guys, again, thank you for being here. If you have not subscribed and you're listening in, hey guys, click that subscribe button. Join and be part of this community that we're building. Also, so you know, I am and have created a Discord. Now that we've got a lot more subscribers in the house, we're going to throw the Discord information out there this week so you guys can start to, jump in and request to be part of the Discord. We're going to allow a certain number of people in for free, no charge. Get in, start some communication through, texting. I've got everything laid out already with sort of the rules of it. And we'll get that going. And then we'll get to a certain point where it will get blocked off. We will charge probably a monthly fee to join the Discord and be part of this community where we're going to have all kinds of experts in there talking about options trading, talking about leaps, talking about, what they're doing in their puts and calls, covered calls. We're going to cover everything in the channel. I am a retail day trader though, guys. That's my expertise and where I love to be. But I want to learn from some of you guys as well. And many of you have some incredible knowledge. So we're going to have all that in here and we'll identify who the experts are that can, potentially have threads and share some of what they're doing and us working together. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you're doing, where you're from. And if there's anything that you want to see in a video, let me know. Throw it in the comments so that I know what you guys are interested in. Aside from that, click that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And guys, be safe. Let's see what Monday does. Let's make money together. Josh out. Peace.